a hairdresser saved a man's life after he was thrown through her salon window and lay bleeding to death on the floor. Louise Campbell, 34, was captured on CCTV coming to the man's rescue after he crashed through Mystique Hair and Beauty's front window. The victim needed 2 blood transfusions and an operation after the incident in Birkenhead, Merseyside. Ms. Campbell, who owns the salon, told of her shock as the man came through the front window of her premises. The 34-year-old said, "We were having a normal day, it was quite busy, but we noticed these lads walking past. They didn't seem any bother, but stood out because they had bottles of alcohol with them. When they came back, we noticed they were shouting outside, and then one came through the window. Some of my clients stood up off their chairs and moved to the back of the salon.It was scary because we didn't know what was going on." Louise said that, despite the man being pushed through the window, another man carried on attacking him and was on top of him punching him while he was on the floor. She said, "The man stood up and he was dazed. I don't think he realized how bad his injuries were, but I saw the blood. I think my instinct kicked in, then I couldn't get out of the front door as it was jammed, so I got towels and stepped out of the broken glass window to get to him. I then pushed him up against the wall to apply pressure to where he was bleeding, but I noticed his lips were turning blue and he was falling in and out of consciousness." The hairdresser, who is from Liverpool but now lives in Birkenhead, then moved the man to the floor and said she didn't want to let him go despite friends telling him to get away. She said, "I have never done anything like this before, and I am not an expert in health and safety, but I just knew I had to keep pressure on the cut. I also kept talking to him and tried to give him some water." She praised her colleagues in the salon for their help during the incident and a nurse who fortunately happened to be passing at the time. Police and ambulance crews then arrived at the scene to take over caring for the man, who suffered a serious injury under his arm. Louise added, "One of my clients was a nervous wreck, and I just want to say to anyone who was in at the time, come back and we will pamper you to make up for what happened." Several people, including the injured man's family and Louise's brother, Seddon, have praised her actions and said that she saved the man's life. Detective Inspector Siobhan Gainer said, "We are keen to speak to anyone in the area of Charing Cross who saw an altercation or any suspicious behaviour." The area would have been busy at the time, so we need to speak to anyone with information